Hey, quick question. Have you ever gone to your doctor, done all the blood work, and heard everything looks normal? But on the inside, you're thinking, then why do I still feel like crap? You're exhausted, or you can't think straight, your gut's a mess, or maybe your hormones are just all over the place. But your labs, totally fine. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on why that keeps happening and how functional medicine sees what your standard labs don't. See, here's the first big truth. Standard lab ranges are based on the average population, not the healthy population. So when your doctor says your results are within range, that just means you fall somewhere between the average sick and the average slightly less sick person. So if you're feeling off but still in range, it's totally possible because those ranges are too wide to catch early dysfunction. Functional medicine flips the scripts. We use optimal ranges, not just normal ones. For example, the normal range for TSH is generally considered between 0.4 and 4.0. While in functional medicine, our range is typically anywhere between 1.8 to 3.0. That's a big difference there. Conventional medicine, unfortunately, waits for numbers to get bad enough to trigger a diagnosis. It's like waiting for the engine to catch fire before popping the hood, right? As soon as that check engine light comes on, we need to be there assessing what is going on. In functional medicine, we're looking for the root cause, the things that lead to the symptoms long before the diagnosis shows up. That means we can see patterns in your blood work that others ignore, like low to normal thyroid markers, early stage inflammation, nutrient depletion, or signs of stress your body's compensating for. We are looking at a web of connection that gives a real picture of your overall health status. So we talked about the functional ranges and blood work being smaller and trying to identify the root causes versus waiting for a diagnosis. But one other blind spot with traditional labs is not testing or not taking into account other numbers that you have to look at when identifying dysfunction. When looking at your thyroid, for example, your TSH might be normal, right? But what about your free T3 and T4? What about reverse T3 or antibodies? When looking at fatigue, ever had B12, magnesium, or iron checked and they were fine? But no one looked at cellular absorption of these minerals or inflammatory markers. And hormones, you can't measure complex cycles with one number on one day. You have to look at trends, rhythms, and how your body is actually using hormones. There's so much that gets overlooked when we only check the basics. And honestly, who actually have sat down with you and gone over your numbers, explained what they actually mean? Functional medicine also uses a different lens by using tests that go deeper than yearly blood work your PCP sends you to get done. For example, in my office, for all my new patients, we run an oleoscan, which tests 21 different minerals that are important for cellular function. And it also assesses 16 heavy metals to figure out the toxicity levels in your body. And even our normal blood work, our comprehensive wellness plus panel, we test calcitriol, which is the active form of vitamin D. We also test insulin, different forms of iron, magnesium, copper, zinc, and vitamin A. These tests are not included in most yearly blood work. And most people don't know to ask their PCP to include them. Functional health docs also test deeper into hormone pathways using the Dutch test, which you might have actually heard of, or use a neural check, which you probably have never heard of, but it tests your body's response to stress and your overall nervous system's function. You see, we do these tests to help us see the story behind your symptoms. Guys, you're not crazy. Your symptoms mean something. You're just not being seen fully. If you're done hearing you're fine when you're clearly not, know this: you don't need to wait until things get worse to take action. Functional medicine is about getting answers now, not 5 years from now. And it all starts by looking deeper than surface level labs. I hope you found this video insightful. If you want help interpreting your labs through a functional lens, you can just drop your questions below. If there's anything you would like for me to talk about in another video, comment down below, and I'll see you on the next one.